beloveds. So it's going to be warm today, and then a front's going to come through, a cold front, but it may bring some more strong storms with it. I'm just like, you know what? We've had enough storms. The rain I would love, the storm not so much. So I don't know what's going to happen today. But that does not affect us right now. It may affect us tomorrow morning, but not right now. So if you don't see me tomorrow morning, you'll know why. So we are doing your spiritual power. Let's do the housekeeping really quickly. And all the housekeeping is me reminding you that we are Creative Life Spiritual Center. The website is creativelife.org. Constant contact email is info@creativelife.org. I already said the website. The email. Okay. So you get one email a week. Tells you what's going on for the week and the month, and the hot links are hot. It is also a blind CC, which means nobody's going to see your email. So you won't end up on anybody else's email list because of us. All right. I'm going to mention the social media briefly, merely from the standpoint of we don't monetize it. We don't want to deal with the ads any more than you do. So what we ask you to do instead is to engage with us. Like, subscribe, follow based on which platform you're on the pages. Hello, Dante. Yep, see, there's that pretty face. And then engage with the individual posts. React to the post, comment on the post, share the post. We don't want to deal with the ads any more than you do, so this is a free and easy way that you can support the center and bump us in the algorithms. So there is that. All right. Hey, baby. He's plopped down on the edge, the other end of the lounge, and is gently purring. Not loud, but just enough, which will make him highly distracting. So, okay. So your spiritual power is a collection of inspirational writings that may not be found anywhere else. They are some of Ernest's rare works. They are like booklets, pamphlets, smaller things that may not be published. Now, we happen to be working in Discover a Richer Life, which is a collection of articles from the Science of Mind magazine, which I think is really cool. That I didn't know that he had some of those. So it's worth looking into. And it also explains why they've been so short. Now we are moving into part 2. We are moving into practical prayer. So the first one is the science of prayer. I should have put a 1 on the title because it's 9 pages and I won't get through it today. I'm going to try and get about halfway through it, and then we'll do the other half tomorrow, provided I have power. And here's the funny thing, where I live is a lot of the times the storms actually do break up and, go around us. So we don't actually end up getting any of the weather. Saturday was, that storm did not break up and go around. But that's it. Okay. So we are in part 2 of Discover a Richer Life. We are about to do practical prayer. And so this is the introduction to that section. Throughout the ages, in one form or another, in one way or another, humanity has thought in what they considered a prayerful manner and have been able to obtain beneficial results. Many and widely varied explanations have been advanced as to why prayer is answered, as well as to why it sometimes apparently is not answered. One simple fact does stand out relative to any prayer. It is a certain process of thought as a result of which there are definite specific results. Regardless of what religion and philosophical or psychological interpretations we may desire to give to such a process of thought, prayer seems to be a universal fact effective in the lives of all people. In view of this, there must be certain common denominators, which once known and understood could enable any person to so guide and direct their thinking that it could become a continuously constructive creative force in their life. The following pages present certain fundamental ideas, which, properly assimilated and used, will enable you to make prayer the most practical of all endeavors. which is the point of science of mind. Ernest didn't start out to start his own religion. What Ernest did was notice that Jesus had a particular way of praying and went, you know what, there's something to that. And one of the things that we say is prayer does not change God. Prayer changes the prayer. It brings us into alignment with the good that we want. And that's kind of that magical formula of prayer. It's like it brings us into alignment with the good that we are seeking. It changes us. It doesn't change God. God is changeless. We are changeable. So, the only reason science of mind became a religion is because people came to learn the technique and didn't go home. They stayed. And so, hence, here we are, however many years later. So, okay. The science of, so like I said, we're in part 2, practical prayer. The science of prayer, it is definite and concise. So, I'm going to get my highlighter out just in case. And we're going to do about 4 pages of this. Prayer must be considered as a spiritual mind treatment. And we use the word spiritual rather than Christian mind treatment, Jewish, Hindu, or some other kind of mind treatment. We use spiritual as we would use the word beauty. Beauty, which is the essence of beautiful. This is why a work of art is spoken of as an object of art. Beauty itself is subjective. It projects itself into a form which is objective, but it is an objectivity of a subjective essence which is felt but not seen. We use the word spiritual in the same sense. It applies to every race, to every creed, and although we happen to be mostly Christians by background and culture, this has nothing to do with spiritual mind healing, either as a spiritual essence or as an active law or science. We believe that there is a science of right thinking which can be taught and definitely used, consciously applied with a certainty of definite results. All right, that was a mouthful. This is also what we mean when we speak of the science of mind. In our way of thinking, there is no such thing as a healer any more than there is someone who creates a garden or makes a rose. We plant the seed. Nature creates the rose. Potentially, no one has more power to heal than another. In this respect, we always need to fight against superstition. It is easy for the little truth that we have to be clothed by so much superstition that finally we lose sight of its essence. We need not be superstitious to the spiritually minded. Spiritual mindedness is a persistent and consistent attempt to feel the divine everywhere and in all things. Okay. Well, I like that definition. So that's that's really cool. I just hadn't heard that definition before. Or at least not in those words. It is the capacity not only to believe in, but also to perceive, to feel, and to react to a unitary wholeness, an essence, an infinite personalness, a beauty, a love, and I also believe a laughter. Ernest does have a sense of humor, which exists in the universe, the ultimate reality. We too often get weighed down by our little virtues. Spirituality is normal, natural, spontaneous, effervescent, never studied or labored. Spiritual mind healing, then, means exactly what it says, that the one mind reacting on, in, through, and as the body and environment will change a situation because we change our thinking within it. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. The Greeks said that a person is pneuma, psyche, and soma, meaning spirit, mind, and body. The science of psychology deals with the mind. Psychosomatic medicine deals with the relationship between the mind and the body, or the mind-body unity. In addition, we believe that there is a unity of the spirit and the mind, the pneuma and the psyche. Therefore, without contradicting what we may learn from other fields, we may add to them and say we believe in spiritual psychosomatics. We really practice spiritual psychosomatics in a spiritual mind healing because we increase our awareness of spirit, its nature, because as we increase our awareness of spirit, its nature is expressed in our thinking. If we change our thinking, there will be a change in the body. Okay. I'm okay. I hope you are too. Mind and matter are not unrelated. In one aspect, mind is intangible matter, and in the other aspect, it is tangible form. This is no different from Einstein saying that energy and mass are equivalent or interchangeable. He did not say that energy energizes mass. He said that it may become mass. Spinoza understood this when he said mind and matter are the same thing. Therefore, in spiritual mind healing, we deal with the concept that there is no difference between the essence of form and the essence in form. Oh, yeah, there it is. There's no difference between the essence of form and the essence in form. Got it. Because the essence of form in form is form. Woo! It's all made of the same stuff, people. It's all made of the same stuff. All right. When Einstein said energy and mass are interchangeable, he did not disappear into the picture he had drawn. His identity remained that of a conscious intelligence, analyzing an energy and a mass that has intelligence but not self-awareness or consciousness. It is necessary for us to understand that, for we have an identical concept in the field of mind-body relationships. We do not deny either our body or our mind, but we do affirm spirit, which encompasses both. We add to, but do not take from. Add to, but do not take from. We understand that mind in essence and mind in form are one and the same thing. In other words, we are not trying to reach a known fact with an unknown or unknowable principle. We are not spiritualizing matter to heal disease, nor materializing spirit to perceive matter and control it. There's no such thing as spiritual control of a material universe, as though spirit were separate from it. For such a theory involves suppositional opposites and would annihilate fundamental unity. Okay. There is no God who is supervising a human kingdom, and there is no law in nature that contradicts another law of nature. Wow. I've never heard of him just come right out and say there's no God supervising a human kingdom. That's really interesting. I've never seen that before. Okay. So there is no God who is supervising a human kingdom, and there is no law in nature that contradicts another law of nature. Nature is not in conflict with itself. Nature is one system. God is one. Existence is one. Therefore, spiritual mind healing deals with the concept of disease not as an unreality in experience, but as a wrong arrangement resulting from a person's thoughts. Wrong arrangement resulting from a person's thought. And thought, rightly arranged, will automatically rearrange the condition on the basis that mind and matter are interrelated and interchangeable. We believe in spiritual mind healing, and our approach to it is very simple. First of all, We believe that the universe in which we live is a spiritual system governed by intelligent law, the law of mind in action. Spiritual mind healing will not be complete until the individual is attuned to the infinite. It will not be complete until they get a clearance from a sense of rejection and guilt. Therefore, they will have to forgive themselves and others. In addition, the individual must come to realize intellectually and emotionally that there is nothing in the universe that they are afraid of. There is no fundamental evil. There is no duality. This is the essence of spiritual mind healing. And as consciousness perceives this transcendence, it almost automatically sloughs off other things. And that is where we are going to stop. Because that is a lot. And if I start the next paragraph, we may move on into a new concept. But that last line that will almost automatically self off other things, what is unlike itself will be discarded. The common phrase is love brings up everything unlike itself to be healed. That's what he's talking about. When we engage in this process, anything that isn't what we want will go away. When we focus on what we want, then what we don't want goes away because we are no longer feeding it. We are no longer, allowing some of our power to shift off into that. Anything that is unlike what we want will be sloughed off. That is just a word that is not easy to say. So here we are. Okay. So there's about little over 4 pages left. We'll finish that tomorrow, provided I have power. I'm being a little over dramatic because that storm Saturday morning, it hit at 3 o'clock in the morning, like 3:15. And yeah, and that was, of course, the morning I had to get up really early. So, okay. So we will enjoy the cooler weather tomorrow. And yeah. All right. And then we will finish that particular part and move on to the second, whatever the next part is in practical prayer. Whew, okay. It's a lot. So deep breath. And now I'm going to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, wonderful day, awesome day, an amazing day, a take care of yourself day, a do what you got to do to be ready for the storm day, a tie it all down day, a looking forward to the cooler temperatures day, a drink plenty of water day, a cuddling up fur babies day, a you got this day, a who knows what's about to happen day, and that's okay day. Living in the mystery is not a bad thing day. A tell somebody you love them day, including yourself day, a good day, and if that is too much pressure, because occasionally it is, simply have a day. You are enough, just as you are. You are a beloved expression of the divine. Your spirit in motion, God in action, a brilliant light, a divine spark, and a beautiful masterpiece, and a work in progress at the same time, at your own pace. And as Reverend Jesse likes to call it, you are a godling. All right, beloveds. Whew. That was a lot, right? Take care of yourself. No, hang on. Get to know who the divine knows you. Explore the truth of your being. Get to know who the divine knows you to be. Because the divine knows you to be good. From there, anything is possible. All right? Anything at all is possible. So, yep. Jesse's always saying, ask the divine to show you more of who you are. And then be ready. Because it's a journey. So, okay. Now, I will remind you, Reverend David will be on around 5 p.m. with you. I should be back with you, as I said, around 9-ish, provided we all have power at our respective times. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved, and I will see you next time.